Well, it's a great question, and it punctuates well, at least in my mind, what's been stolen from all of us, from pretty much everybody out there. That, you know, in order to be able to buy anything that's actually major, something that we all kind of would like, so like owning a piece of the country that everybody tells you is yours, and being able to have good, reliable transportation. So we're not talking about a gold-gilded Rolls-Royce limousine or something like that. We're talking about just a regular car, and we are required to go like insanely in debt for these items, and then stay in debt for decades in some cases for these really what I would consider to be items that, you may have had to go into debt even in the past, even the deep past. If you went back into like even the 30s and 40s, there was a lot of, lending for mortgages and what have you. But they weren't these ridiculous, absurd mortgages that cost you like your soul, right? You weren't making some Faustian bargain to be able to like have a house, and it was generally encouraged that back in the day, you wanted people to buy houses and have families and kids and so on, because that was really important. And that has shifted. Now they don't want anybody, they don't want Americans, let's be specific about this. They don't want Americans having kids. They'll import the shit out of a whole bunch of slave labor into the country, but they don't want Americans having kids. They make it really clear about this. So, it does punctuate what's been stolen from a lot of Americans, a lot of Westerners in general, actually, that in order to own something, you have to be like forever in debt. And that really needs to be addressed. And that's a sign of the currency collapsing. That's a sign of math catching up and the currency collapsing. And it needs to be dealt with. And I don't think there's anybody, I don't think you're voting your way out of this. Just for the record, I don't think anybody is voting their way out of this. This is going to have to run its course. This is until the fever breaks, and the dollar collapses and goes away. And then we can maybe have a real economy again. So those are my thoughts on that.